Muhammad Maulana Muhammad wa'ajjal farajahum. Brothers and sisters, I welcome you all for the weekend majalis at Islamic Center of MOMIN. We're going to start our program with the recitation of Holy Quran and Ziyarat-e-Ashura. I'd like to request a few of the brothers, if they done eating niyaz, please join us on the main hall. So we are starting the program with the recitation of Holy Quran and Ziyarat-e-Ashura. I'm going to request Brother Ibrahim Garai to start the program with the recitation of Holy Quran and Ziyarat-e-Ashura. Bar Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والفجر والليال عشر والشفع والوتر والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد وفرعون ذي الأوتاد الذين طغوا في البلاد فأكثروا فيها الفساد فصب عليهم ربك صوت عذاب إن ربك لبالمرصاد فأما الإنسان إذا ما ابتلاه ربه فأكرمه ونعمه فيقول ربي أكرمن وأما إذا ما ابتلاه فقدر عليه رزقه فيقول ربي أهانن كلا بل لا تكرمون اليتيم ولا تحاضون على طعام المسكين وتأكلون التراث أكلا لما وتحبون المال حبا جما كلا إذا دكت الأرض دكا دكا وجاء ربك والملك صفا صفا وجيء يومئذ بجهنم يومئذ يتذكر الإنسان وأنى له الذكرى يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي فيومئذ لا يعذب عذابه أحد ولا يوثق وثاقه أحد يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي آمنا بالله صدق الله العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين وابن سيد الوصيين السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين. السلام عليك يا ثار الله وابن الثاره والوتر الموتور. السلام عليك وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك. عليكم مني جميعا سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار. يا أبا عبد الله، لقد عظمت الرزية وجلت وعظمت المصيبة بك علينا وعلى جميع أهل الإسلام، وجلت وعظمت مصيبتك في السماوات على جميع أهل السماوات. فلعن الله أمة أسست أساس الظلم والجور عليكم أهل البيت، ولعن الله أمة دفعتكم عن مقامكم وأزالتكم عن مراتبكم التي رتبكم الله فيها، ولعن الله أمة قتلتكم، ولعن الله الممهدين لهم بالتمكين من قتالكم. برئت إلى الله وإليكم منهم ومن أشياعهم وأتباعهم وأوليائهم. يا أبا عبد الله، إني سلم لمن سالمكم وحرب لمن حاربكم إلى يوم القيامة. ولعن الله آل زياد وآل مروان، ولعن الله بني أمية قاطبة، ولعن الله ابن مرجانة، ولعن الله عمر بن سعد، ولعن الله شمرا، ولعن الله أمة أسرجت وألجمت وتنقبت لقتالك. بأبي أنت وأمي لقد عظم مصابي بك، فأسأل الله الذي أكرم مقامك وأكرمني بك أن يرزقني طلب ثارك مع إمام منصور من أهل بيت محمد صلى الله عليه وآله. اللهم اجعلني عندك وجيها بالحسين عليه السلام في الدنيا والآخرة. يا أبا عبد الله، إني أتقرب إلى الله وإلى رسوله وإلى أمير المؤمنين وإلى فاطمة وإلى الحسن وإليك بموالاتك وبالبراءة ممن قاتلك ونسب لك الحرب، وبالبراءة ممن أسس أساس الظلم والجور عليكم. وأبرأ إلى الله وإلى رسوله ممن أسس أساس ذلك وبنى عليه بنيانه وجرى في ظلمه وجوره عليكم وعلى أشياعكم. برئت إلى الله وإليكم منهم، وأتقرب إلى الله ثم إليكم بموالاتكم وموالاة وليكم، بالبراءة من أعدائكم والناصبين لكم الحرب، وبالبراءة من أشياعهم وأتباعهم. إني سلم لمن صالمكم وحرب لمن حاربكم، وولي لمن والاكم وعدو لمن عاداكم. فأسأل الله الذي أكرمني بمعرفتكم ومعرفة أوليائكم ورزقني البراءة من أعدائكم أن يجعلني معكم في الدنيا والآخرة، وأن يثبت لي عندكم قدم صدق في الدنيا والآخرة، وأسأله أن يبلغني المقام المحمود الذي لكم عند الله، وأن يرزقني طلب ثاركم مع إمام مهدي ظاهر ناطق بالحق منكم، وأسأل الله بحقكم وبالشأن الذي لكم عنده أن يعطيني بمصابي بكم أفضل ما يعطي مصابا بمصيبته، مصيبة ما أعظمها وأعظم رزيتها في الإسلام وفي جميع السماوات والأرض. اللهم اجعلني في مقامي هذا ممن تناله منك صلوات ورحمة ومغفرة. اللهم اجعل محياي محيا محمد وآل محمد ومماتي ممات محمد وآل محمد. اللهم إن هذا يوم تبركت به بنو أمية وابن آكلة الأكباد اللعين ابن اللعين على لسانك ولسان نبيك صلى الله عليه وآله في كل موطن وموقف وقف فيه نبيك صلى الله عليه وآله. اللهم لعن أبا سفيان ومعاوية بن أبي سفيان ويزيد بن معاوية عليهم منك لعنة أبد الآبدين. وهذا يوم فرحت به آل زياد وآل مروان بقتلهم الحسين عليه السلام. اللهم فضاعف عليهم اللعنة منك والعذاب الأليم. اللهم إني أتغرب إليك في هذا اليوم وفي موقفي هذا وأيام حياتي بالبراءة منهم واللعنة عليهم وبالموالاة لنبيك وآل نبيك عليه وعليهم السلام. اللهم لعن أول ظالم ظلم حق محمد وآل محمد وآخر تابع له على ذلك. اللهم لعن العصابة التي جاهدت الحسين عليه السلام وشايعت وبايعت وتابعت على قتله. اللهم لعنهم جميعا. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك، وعليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار، ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. اللهم خص أنت أول ظالم باللعن مني وابدأ به أولا ثم الثاني والثالث والرابع. اللهم لعن يزيد بن معاوية خامسا ولعن عبيد الله بن زياد وابن مرجانة وعمر بن سعد وشمرا وآل أبي سفيان وآل زياد وآل مروان إلى يوم القيامة. سجده. اللهم لك الحمد حمد الشاكرين لك على مصابهم، الحمد لله على عظيم رزيتي. اللهم ارزقني شفاعة الحسين عليه السلام يوم الورود، وثبت لي قدم صدق عندك مع الحسين وأصحاب الحسين الذين بذلوا مهجهم دون الحسين عليه السلام. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآل محمد. Let's recite Ayah Karimah 5 times for our sister who is in critical condition in hospital, Miss Sakina Raza. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء. 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 يا مجيب المضطر، يا مجيب المضطر، يا مجيب المضطر، أجب المضطر بحق المضطر، ونحن المضطرون. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله وسلم.
صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه. Jazakallah, Brother Ibrahim Gharai. Please recite the loud salawat for his sake and salamti. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. Brothers and sisters, if you are in the hallway, which I see a lot of brothers, please join us in the main hall. We are upon, the Maulana is ready to go on the mimbar. And also the brothers are sitting in hall. I request all of you to come close to the mimbar. So, latecomers and angels are waiting there for the seat. Bar Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Alhamdulillah, we are blessed to host Maulana Raza Rizvi once again among us. As you all know, what a beautiful speeches during the last 15 days of month of Ramadan. And Alhamdulillah, we had blessed with his presence on the month of Ramadan. He's here for next 2 days. He's going to recite it in English. And also, we are blessed to host Maulana Dr. Mirza Rafi. He's from India. He's going to recite in Urdu for next 2 days, Friday and Saturday. With that, behalf of the Islamic Center MOMIN and MOMIN community, we like to thank Maulana and his family and his community, sharing him with us, and inshallah we are like to get as much as we can get the istifada on his speeches, inshallah. With that, before I invite the Maulana once again, I'm making an announcement. Brothers, please join us on the main hall. Majlis is about to be started. With that, I'm going to request Maulana Sayyid Raza, Bakar Rizvi to come to the member and address the MOMINeen. Bar Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Allahumma.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. فاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال إمام جعفر الصادق عليه السلام: اللهم صل ارتد الناس بعد الحسين إلا ثلاثة ثم إن الناس لهقوا وكثروا صلوات. Brothers and sisters, we praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who gave us another opportunity to commemorate the days of Muharram. I believe that, like in all the different communities, different cities, in US, in Canada, all over the world, we have commemorated these days in a way which is expected from us to commemorate, which can be beneficial for our individual lives as well as our collective lives, right? Azadari, I'll start from this thing. I'm not doing a whole series of lectures here. It's just like 2 lectures, which is not gonna be sufficient to cover what I'm gonna start. But inshallah, for you, for me, for all the brothers and sisters who wanna listen, who wanna research more about this thing or start thinking in a different way about Karbala, inshallah it will be beneficial for us, because again, alaikum assalam, like I said, like brother kindly introduced me that I gave you zahmat in the last 15 days of the Mah Mubarak. So this is like not a big zahmat, it's just 2 days zahmat, inshallah. But what I say, I try to not to add my own things a lot, is things which are coming from imams, the things which are coming from our principles of our Islam, things which are said by ulama, right? So when I say these things, when I sit in the minbar and talk about these things, the first mukhatib, the first audience for all these things is myself. So it's not like it's a teacher sitting here and lecturing about what we have to do and how do we have to see Azadari or where we have to go. It's like collectively, what can we do in our lives, right? So inshallah, with the loud salawat, we're gonna start our discussion today. So the discussion which I'm trying to do in these 2 days is this, that what happened after Ashura, right? Every year we commemorate these 10 days, and then we, not only these 10 days, we commemorate for 2 months and 8 days. And there's sometimes, I have heard this question that why do we have to, commemorate for that long time, right? We can talk about this, I can give you the answer later on, but I'm just gonna quote one alim who said this. I'm gonna quote it in Farsi. Those brothers who know Farsi will know this. And he said, Ma harche darim az Muharram wa safar darim. And this alim was nobody but Imam Rahil. Now, if I say, Imam Rahil, Imam Khomeini alayhi salam, please recite salawat. Imam Khomeini. If I said alayhi salam, it's like Razi Allah ta'ala anhu or rahmatullah alayh. When he said this, if I say something like this, that whatever I have is because of these 2 months, he will say, Maulana, what do you have? Right? But if a person who brought the Inqilab-e-Islami after 1400 years, after the establishment of the government of Islamic government in Medina, or the government established by Imam Ali alayhi salam in Kufa, none of our Imams were given this opportunity to establish an Islamic government. And after 1400 years, we get the chance to establish a government which is based on Islamic principles. Now, if you come and say, Maulana, whatever happening there is totally Islamic or not, I'm not going to the details and the bahas of it right now. What I'm saying, the principles there are the principles of wilayah. The system is a system of wilayah. And it is accepted across the board. All the ulama, there's no difference between one country ulama and the other country ulama. Inshallah, I hope, I don't want to go to the details of these discussions. We should have passed these discussions and left it behind us. Why is this important for us? Because we need to know the seerah of Aimma alayhi salam especially after Imam Hussain. There is a discussion that we talk about the seerah siyasi of Aimma alayhi salam after Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When Imam Ali was not given his haqq, when people didn't accept Imam Ali as the wali of Allah, as the vicegerent of Rasulullah, as the leader of the community, both spiritual and political, when people didn't accept this, what happened to Islam? You know that. In a really short summary, the natija, the result of that happened in Karbala. Now, when we commemorate Karbala every year as a new thing, I want to make sure and highlight this wherever I go, that we don't commemorate something which happened 1400 years ago. No. Every year, when Muharram comes to us, every year's Muharram is a new Muharram. Every year's Muharram is a new allegiance we have with Imam Hussain to carry on his mission. If we don't take Muharram and Azadari like this, then we won't be able to say that whatever we have or whatever we do or wherever we are gonna go is related to Imam's mission, right? Then it's something which is, we are doing it for our own satisfaction. You know, again, I'm not gonna go in the tangent, but just to make this matlab wazih, make this thing, explain this thing. You know that we have ahadith that somebody came to Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam, or Ghaliban it was Imam Zainul Abdin alayhi salam, and they said like, see Maula, how many people are doing Hajj, right? You know this riwayat, right? And Imam said, yeah, there are so many people doing Hajj, but there are only few of them are human beings. That's a big thing. And then, this mu'jiza that Imam showed him, that how many people were performing Hajj, wearing the libas of ihram in the shakal of a human being. It could be possible that I'm doing a lot of Islamic rituals, but my form is not a insani form. This is what Imam tells us, and relating it to all the rituals of Islam. Azadari comes under that too. If I'm not doing the Azadari the way it has to be done, and I'm not getting the results which Imam destined for us or planned for us, then I have to revise my way of doing Azadari. Right? Please recite the salawat. So main discussion is after the Ashura, right? Alhamdulillah, your presence here after Ashura on 15th of Muharram shows that you didn't forget. You didn't do the traditional salam-e-akhir to Imam Hussain, didn't say Khuda Hafiz to Imam Hussain, and left. Alhamdulillah, it didn't happen, right? And again, these are not like kind of some stories or asatir awwaleen that people say that when you are invited or when you come to Azadari or a majlis of Imam Hussain, it's not you who is making the intention, it is you who is saying labbaik to some invitation. So when you come over here, you're invited by Imam. There's no shak about this. Because we believe, our belief system goes beyond the bodily confinements, right? So we believe in spirit. We believe in spirituality. We believe in soul. We believe in the relationship of a Shia, of a follower of Imam to his Imam, right? There's a spiritual connection between an Imam and the Ma'mum, and the Imam and the follower of Imam. And because of that spiritual connection, Imam invited us and we are here. Why are we here? Because a Maulana came from Houston, he drove 4 hours so we can listen and he'll feel better right now. If that's the intention, that's not a good intention, right? Inshallah, this is not the intention here. The intention is to keep the mission of Imam Hussain alive. Imam Hussein's mission didn't, na'udhu billah, stopped or died after Asra Ashur, right? We believe in that. In the form of Usra Karbala, in specifically on the 61st century Hijrah, it was continued. It is still continuing after 1400 years. That's why I mentioned this, what Imam Khomeini said. That whatever Imam plans, sometimes it is really long term. When Imam Khomeini is saying that, he is not saying it takallufan. He's not saying that, okay, I did something or something happened politically and I'm going to give the credit to Imam so I'll get some sawab. Right? It's not like this. When he said this, he meant that. When he meant that, it means that the inqilab, the revolution of Islamic revolution which came after the Ashura, its results were really apparent after 1400 years. So we can imagine that all the Imams after Ashura till the ghaibat of Imam Zaman Ajalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif, if you take this time out from the demise of Rasulullah, it's like 250 years. In all these 250 years, Imam made plans and sowed the seeds of inqilab in the whole world. If I see inqilab, if I see Ashura in the way that, and in the way that Aimma alayhimus salam used Ashura and take the message of Ashura and sow the seed all around the world, and it'll be connected to the Dhuhr. If I see it like this, then I would know that when I do Azadari, it is more than any traditional ritual, right? It's something more than my, feeling of attachment to my culture, feeling of attachment to my religion, something to make me feel comfortable, something to make me feel fulfilled spiritually, right? There are other things to do to become fulfilled spiritually as well. Now the world is going in different ways. We call it irfan kazib, right? You just sit in a one dark room, close your eyes, and you're feeling with the white noise and the blue noise and orange noise. You just turn it on and or blue light or something like this, and you feel solace. You feel peaceful. Is Azadari like this? No, Baba. No. So does it mean that Azadari shouldn't make me feel peaceful? I don't mean that either. So what do I mean? A MOMIN who is connected spiritually to his Imam, he gets solace and peace in following the footsteps of Imam, in getting close to Allah. And while he's doing that, he is not inactive. He's actively trying to pursue the mission of Imam alayhi salam. This is what Imam alayhi salam after Imam Hussain did. So this is the discussion inshallah we're going to do, and specifically we're going to talk about our Madhloom Imam, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam. Why is he Mazloom? Because he was a prisoner after Karbala. He was not able to fight. He was not Shaheed. He had to go to Kufa and Sham. He was a salar of a lashkar, or of a group of mukhaddirat, the women of the household of Prophet. The biggest mazloomiyat than that is that this Imam is known as Abide Bimar. Na'udhu billah, na'udhu billah. If I put this Bimar word in any one of you or myself, I can say that I wouldn't be razi with this. If you call me Raza Bimar all the time, I wouldn't be razi with this. How do we think that na'udhu billah, Abide Bimar is the greatest title I can give to Imam Zainul Abidin? This happens when we are just focusing on the, kind of a painful event happened in Karbala and after Karbala. We are just focusing on that. Not seeing Karbala and Ashura as an active form of revolution, which is taking people out from their slumber and connecting them to their Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, their God. If I don't see it like this, I'll be focusing on what? Something which is just, you sit in a dark room and you cry and you take the tears out and that's it. You just feel, you were feeling heavy, now you started feeling a little bit lighter, right? Sometimes, inshallah, I'm pretty sure it's not happening here or anywhere like this, but it could be possible that it is happening like this. Or it has happened like this. That's why a lot of things which we supposed to achieve, we didn't achieve in our lives. As a collective nation, as a nation, as an ummah. And when I say ummah, not only Shia people, the ummah collectively. But specifically Shias, because Shias are closer to Imam Hussain. If I'm wearing black clothes in Muharram, I am the follower of Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. I have more responsibility